So Josh the Manga Lad needs our help. Let's see what he needs from us. There's a survey.
It's just a quick little video because, as the title says, I need your guys' help to be able to even come close to achieving what I want to do. So to get straight to the point without wasting any time, essentially what I'm trying to do for a future video on this main channel is to make what I would like to think is the biggest anime survey ever conducted. There are a lot of anime surveys out there talking about the best anime ever, the worst anime ever, most underrated, most overrated, but I wanted to try and collaborate with the internet to see if we can make one of the biggest ones ever.
Let's make one that is not like memed on,
and hopefully be able to get a better view, or at least a more updated view, on what you guys, anime fans of the world, think about those anime related questions. So I made a quick little survey which you can check out in the link in the description below. It only takes a couple of minutes to fill out and it should be pretty straightforward. Also, I know you want a meme, but please try and like answer them as honestly as possible, because I am actually curious to see
I am always 100% serious on my surveys.
Thinks is the best, worst, overrated, and underrated anime of all time. And hopefully once we get enough results, I'll be able to compile them all together and make a pretty cool and hopefully interesting video about it all. I don't know when that's going to be. It's really going to depend on how many results we get, but I'm hoping that you guys will do a good job of trying to spread out this survey to as many of your anime loving friends and followers as possible. So again, click the link in the description below, fill out the survey to the best of your ability, and look forward to the future video. And I do apologize for being kind of slow on uploads recently. I'm trying to do some pretty big videos for this main channel next year, so look forward to them. Trust me, they're all going to be bangers, hopefully. But yeah, that's about it. Again, survey link in the description
Joey's
below,
not taking advantage of that December AdSense.
I'll see you in the next one.
Big mistake. Big mistake. All right, we're going to fill it out. We're going to fill it out right now. Let me bring it up. I have it open on Paint, because I'm very, very scared of doxing myself, because it shows your email address and it might sometimes pop your name over as well, because obviously it's linked to my Gmail. So we're not going to do that. There it is. Okay, so I have it open on Paint, as you can see. In your opinion, what is the best anime of all time, movies included? Now, the fact that movies are included does make me think that it's going to be flooded with, like, Ghibli movies. I'm not going to put a Ghibli movie in there. But the best anime of all time. I'm torn between a few. I'm torn between, like, Full Metal Alchemist, which is a very obvious one. But then again, there are two of them, so, you know. Attack on Titan. Let's actually, no, let's not mention that. Let's not bring that up. You know, I'm just gonna put on Attack on Titan. I think Attack on Titan is the best anime ever created. It is perfect in every single sense of the word. Animation is beautiful. The story is insane. It was an insane event in the anime community. It has been insanely influential. It went on for a decade. Everything about it is beautiful. And it's a very personal pick for me. I love it. It's great. Is there anything for me that could top Attack on Titan? Because I'm talking about, like, the best anime of all time, right? So, things like One Piece are unfortunately automatically disqualified. Because it's not the best anime ever created. It's not. It has too much filler. It has too much nonsense. And if you ignore that stuff, well, this is not really representative, you know? I'm talking about the whole thing. So we can't ignore aspect. We can't, like, be like, well, we just ignore this bad aspect of the thing. No, we don't do that. We take the whole thing and judge it as such. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood would be another good pick for this. What else is there a series that just does not miss all the way through? I can't think of another one that personally I liked as much as Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan for me has no downsides. It literally does not. Now, I'll just leave it at that. Is the most enjoyable anime for sure. Best is completely subjective metric. Yeah, well, for me, I look at it, like, in a critical lens, if that makes sense, right? Obviously, there is always bias. Everything we talk about with media is biased. Like, anyone who says that any answer to this is not biased is delusional. Of course it's biased. But, like, I think One Piece, the anime of One Piece, just has too many problems for it to be considered the best for me. Like, no best anime should reuse the past episode, like, 5 times. Like, for me, that automatically disqualifies it from the running. Because, like, it's not a series that you could just watch all the way through and be like, damn, this just doesn't miss. That, for me, is why One Piece is disqualified immediately. If One Piece was paced perfectly, then it would be so much higher up the pedestal, but it's not. And we're talking about the anime. So it is what it is. Also, the Attack on Titan soundtrack, I'm sorry that this will be on a One Piece stream, on a One Piece Sunday, this is going to be blasphemous. But the Attack on Titan soundtrack is better than One Piece. I said it. I love the Attack on Titan soundtrack so much, it's beautiful. Alright, the worst anime of all time. I'm gonna struggle with this one, because I've only watched bad anime as a meme. I've only watched bad series because I wanted to make a video on them. So what is the worst anime that I have ever seen? It has to be some obscure OVA that I watched like 10 years ago. That's a lie. I watched very recently a few because what I did, let me spoil how I look for video ideas. So I went on my anime list, I sorted by score, and I went to like page 3000 or something ridiculous, right? And I just looked at the scores. A lot of them are OVAs for what I think are obvious reasons. The worst anime. I don't even know what to put here. Because it's like, for me, the worst anime, it has to be bad in every aspect of the word, right? I'm not going to put something on here that has like a bad story, but great everything else. Because, again, anime is an all-encompassing thing. It has to have a bad soundtrack, bad animation, a bad story, everything about it must be bad for me to put it on here. What? Hold on. Let me just look at some of the stuff I've watched recently. Do live-action adaptations count? I don't think so, because I feel like that would be cheating. If live-action adaptations counted, I would put on, like, Death Note, or... I don't want to say Avatar, right? Because people are going to be like, oh my god, how can you put on Avatar, you know? It's not an anime. I think it's dumb, but I think Avatar The Last Airbender is one of the worst movies ever made, period. But, like, even the Death Note movie, it has William as Ryuk. And that was good. Let me log on to my thing. Oh, yeah. I remember watching this. Oh my god, this was so bad. Hold on, let me look it up. My anime list. So I watched a thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I remember this. Oh, this was so dumb. So I watched a thing. This is notoriously bad, so I wouldn't be surprised if something like this actually wins. I watched a series called Mars of Destruction. I watched it because everyone said it was horrible. That's the only reason I watched it. And I can confirm, it was really, really, really bad. Everything about it was bad. I haven't seen enough bad things, I think, to put this on here. I'm just gonna put that on there because it's the first thing I remember. I think, honestly, this... I could just imagine someone putting on something like, someone's gonna put, like, freaking Sword Art Online on here, which would just be dumb. I'm gonna put the thing. What was it called? Mars of Destruction. It has a 2.22 score on my anime list. Mars of Destruction. We're gonna put that on there. Let me just make sure that I actually watched the right thing. Just so we, you know, don't convolute things. Several months after a probe returning from Mars burns up during re-entry, strange creatures dubbed Ancients. Okay, I remember something like this, yeah. Luckily, I've erased most of it from my mind. Yeah, this was, yeah. So this was the weird Ava ripoff that was bad. Yeah, this is what I watched. This is what I watched. Okay, good. So we're gonna leave that on there. In your opinion, what is the most overrated anime of all time? Movies included. Okay, I'm only gonna talk about stuff I completed. Because I have reached the point in my life where... Actually, that's a lie. I was about to say that, like, when I don't like something, I just stop watching it. But that's not even true. I've watched a lot of things that I don't enjoy just to make sure that I really don't like them. That is, like, I watched all of, I've said this before on stream. I watched all of, what the hell is it called? The sci-fi series that I keep mentioning. Oh, the name completely escapes me. Whatever the hell. I watched like 4 seasons of a show that I didn't like, just to make sure that I really don't like it. And by the end, there were aspects of it that I did like. I still didn't like it though. So, point is, I'm only going to talk about things that I finished. So I would put like Jujutsu Kaisen on here because I dropped it like halfway through season 1. Well, actually it wasn't halfway. It was far past the start of season 1. But I'm not going to put it on there because clearly I haven't seen it, right? So I'm not going to talk about it. I do have one contender though. Let me just see if I can think of something else. Started Attack on Titan 5 times and never got past episode 5, overrated? Something like that. You know what I'm gonna put on here? Because it's talking about, this is not bad. You know, the fact that something is overrated doesn't imply that it's bad. It doesn't. So what I'm gonna put on here is Demon Slayer. I like the Christmassy music in the background just accompanying this. The reason why I put Demon Slayer on here, okay? The reason why I put Demon Slayer on here, it's because the only thing that I keep watching it for are the fights. I never watch anime for the fights. I don't. I don't care about the fights in 99% of cases. Demon Slayer, that's the only thing I watch for. The rest of the story is so bland. The rest of the characters are so bland. The only thing I keep watching for is the occasional boom boom. So, it is the most overrated anime. I think people who really, really liked Demon Slayer, they overhype it a little bit too much. Because I think the story isn't really there. For me personally, you know. Which, let me just do this. Just in case people get mad at me. Let me just do this. There we go. Okay. So there we have Demon Slayer, okay? Finally, in your opinion, what is the most underrated anime of all time? I have two contenders. I want to say Monster, but I feel like Monster is relatively well known. I feel like people who have been around the anime sphere for a long time, they know Monster, and everyone kind of appreciates Monster, right? So I always talk about how Monster doesn't get nearly enough praise, but generally speaking, I think people know of it. So I wouldn't say it's underrated. That was one of my contenders. The other contender is Mushishi. Because I've seen so many people say that the series is boring. I've never seen someone be so wrong. Never. I have never seen someone be so wrong so as to call Mushishi boring. Mushishi is so good. Exactly. Why the hell do we not talk about Mushishi more? I want to put that as the most underrated anime. Black Lagoon? Oh my god, there's so many lagoons. What was Black Lagoon? Have I even seen this? I mean, I might not have even seen this. I don't think I've even seen this. I'm gonna put Mushishi on there. Oh, we're just gonna do all of it, right? Because it has multiple seasons and it has like spin-offs, but we're just gonna do Mushishi. Worst anime, we're just gonna put Mars of Destruction. I need to see more bad stuff, but we'll just put that on there because I watched it recently. I was gonna make a video about it, but I realized that I have to do too much work to write a script about it, so I gave up. Most overrated anime, with love, Demon Slayer. I love Demon Slayer, but goddamn is it overrated. It's really not that good. What is your preferred... Okay, let me bring this up. Alright, so this is like your preferred way of consuming stuff, right? So this is... I can only pick one. And wait, hold on. Is this media in general? I didn't even read the question. What is your preferred way to consume Japanese media? Okay. So, my preferred way is definitely anime. I don't play enough like JRPGs and stuff to say video games. Even though generally speaking, I'd probably say video games. I think music is another one. Because most of the stuff I listen to is Japanese music. Like, some of my favorite genres is like J-rock and J-pop. But, I wouldn't really say that, like... That's kind of like background stuff, if that makes sense. Which is a blasphemous thing to say. I know, it's a blasphemous thing to say, but... I'm just gonna put anime in there. And how many anime series have you consumed in your lifetime? Probably like 100 to 200. It's definitely not anything... It's nothing here. No. Maybe if I grew up with anime, then yeah. It's probably 100 to 200. I don't think I've seen more than 200. I've definitely seen more than 50, and I think I've seen more than 100. So somewhere about there. Well, that's the survey. Let me link the survey in chat, or I guess I can link the Joey video in chat. And then you can all fill it out yourselves if you want to as well. And then we'll see what he ends up cooking with it. I think this one, this question right here, will be like the most nonsensical, because I really don't think people watch bad stuff. I don't think there are a lot of people out there who will watch. I think this will be full of meme answers, basically. I think this question right here will be full of people who hate a certain series and just pile on it. It's gonna be like, freaking JoJo haters will write JoJo in here, One Piece haters will write One Piece in here, Jujutsu Kaisen haters will write Jujutsu Kaisen in here. It's just gonna be full of memes. So this question right here is just gonna be memes. It's kind of fine, I guess, but, you know. But those are my answers. We'll see. We'll see.